Welcome back to Kevin C Outdoors. Today I'm headed to a mountain stream. We're going to be chasing some native brook trout. This stream right behind me is probably my favorite video to do. I usually fish here once, maybe twice a year. I just love this place. Usually you don't see anybody around, and the color of these fish in this stream behind me it's just unbelievable. So we're gonna hike down the stream. We're probably gonna hike down maybe about a mile. We're gonna fish a very deep hole, and then we're gonna fish back upstream towards where I'm at right now. And once I get down there, I'll show you the setup and everything I use to catch these natives in the stream right behind me. So this should be a great episode, so stay tuned. So I just came through this tunnel here. One thing today, this creek is gonna be very high. This is a small little stream. It's probably gonna be the highest it's ever been since I fished it, which means it's probably gonna be a good trip today. We've been having very cold weather here in Pennsylvania. Got a bunch of snow, and then it got really warm. I wasn't so sure I was gonna be able to fish this stream this year, because last time I tried it, it was too late, everything was frozen. It was an awful day. I didn't barely catch any fish here. But this week, it was in the 40s and even in the 50s yesterday. We got a ton of rain yesterday, so you had a lot of snow melt mixed with all that rain. So like I said, this creek is very high. But we're gonna keep moving downstream, and I'll meet you guys at the first spot. So I made it here at the dam. So right below this dam is where we're gonna start. Just wading down here, guys. Like I said, it's definitely the highest this creek has ever been. Like I said, I think it's gonna be a really good thing. Let's get on the other side of this dam and see how it looks. All right, like I said, here's that old dam here that they tore down. Started tearing down maybe 2 years ago. I'm surprised this isn't frozen at all. Like I said, it's been so cold, but we did get that warm up. I mean, you can see there's a little bit of ice here. See right in there. There are some trout in here to hang out sometimes, right around this edge line right here. I haven't caught any in a while. And right there, right where that creek comes in, where you got all that current, a lot of times they would stack up there, but the last time or two, I have not caught any there. The majority of them is right here, guys. Yeah, look at that. You'll get a better look when I get down there. But this whole area right here is so deep. It's probably, I don't know, 6 feet deep or so. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get right on this island here, and we're gonna fish that whole pocket there. Down farther, we cannot fish. I did once before, I got in trouble. It's all private land down there, and it's loaded for trout down there. So let's make our way down and try to get on some fish. So we finally made it down here at our first spot. This is the lure we're gonna try to catch these trout on. This lure right here, it's called a Trout Magnet. Most people are pretty familiar with this lure. Very versatile lure, catches basically anything. I've caught anything from creek chub to smallmouth bass to 20+ inch trout on this little lure here. So this lure right here, you can literally get for $3. So if you're new to fishing, you know, if you're watching this video just to get your kids out there, throw one of these on under a float, and they'll have the time of their lives. You'll get 7 lures and 2 jig heads. These are a 164-ounce jig head. I'll show you real quick how I rig these up, and we'll get on the water. Just gotta be careful opening these that they don't come flying out. Just kind of pull it up like that. And then the first one is always pre-rigged. You have all the bodies right here, and then you get one extra jig head in case you lose it. All right, there you go, you got the jig head. Just gonna put the line through it. And then I normally will tie a uni knot. That's my easiest knot to tie. I literally tied this knot thousands of times. The way I do, you just make a loop. Then you grab the main line. And then I'm only gonna go, I don't know, 5 times, 5, 6 times. Nothing in this creek is gonna be very large. That's one thing with the native trout. They don't get very big. But it's a heck of a fun time. And then just wet it. And then all you're gonna do is just gonna pull that. And you're gonna see that tighten right to the jig head. And with the tag in, just snip it off. Grab it, throw it in your bag. Don't litter, guys. Don't be that guy. And throw it right in there. All right, and then rod and reel. This is a rod made by St. Croix. This is the St. Croix Triumph travel rod, light action. This rod is 6 feet long and it's a 4-piece. I normally will use this rod when I'm traveling. So if I'm gonna be hiking down to a creek, this is the rod I'm gonna use because I can just throw this in my bag and I don't have to worry about carrying it. And then that is a Daiwa reel. That's a 1,000 size reel. And then the line I'm using is 4-pound fluoro. And of course, there's the jig with the Trout Magnet tied on. So let's get in there and get on some fish. All right, let's try this hole first before we get into the big hole over there by the waterfall. Yeah, nothing. Let's move up to the next hole. Alrighty guys, we made it over here finally. Bushwhacking through a whole bunch of pickers, which wasn't not fun. There's one. Here we go. Come on, get in the net. All right. Nice little brookie here. Lure popped right out. Yeah, look at that one. That one's a female. Long and thin. That's a nice trout though for this little stream. Like I said, these are native. There's nothing gonna be that big. I was getting a little worried. I fished that first hole for quite a bit and no bites. Let's try this corner right over here. So I only caught one fish there. Surprisingly, I usually catch 5 or 6 in that hole. So I'm gonna head up to the top of this dam. I'm gonna make a cup of coffee. Made the mistake, my glove fell in the water, kind of slipped. So I'm gonna head up there and warm my bones up with some coffee. is gonna taste good, guys. My glove fell in 3 times so far today. I'm sure you see when I was getting water for my coffee, took my glove off, right in the water. Don't do that when you're out fishing when it's like 25 degrees. This is gonna warm me up nicely. What a beautiful spot this is though. Only caught that one fish, but we're gonna head upstream. Hopefully we'll get on some more, make a video. But anyway, I'm out here having a great time. Being out here in the middle of nowhere. These are definitely my favorite adventures. But I'm gonna enjoy this coffee and take this spot all in, and I'll catch back up with you guys in a little bit. We made it to the big hole. Let's get on the other side here. Alrighty guys, we're at another stream. I caught that one trout and that was it. I fished that stream for 5 hours. Still can't believe I only got that one. This is another honey hole of mine. We'll try to catch some more here. Don't even have my waders on, so I gotta be super careful here. We're just gonna go down there. And like I said, nice big hole. You can see there's snow here from yesterday. The last spot didn't really, just got rain. This area got colder, so it got a little snow. It's all pickers. Just step on them, I guess. All right. There's one. Oh, it came off. All right, we got a bite. That was a male. There's one. Yeah, this is a nice trout, guys. Yeah, look at that trout. That's definitely a male. Like I said, beautiful colors. Let them go. We got 2 casts and 2 bites, 1 fish. Another fish. That one's a little smaller, but man, look at those colors. Beautiful trout. Yeah, you could say I switched to the pink. That one got it done. Alrighty, so I'm gonna call it on that last fish here. Not a great day. I fished for almost 6 hours today. Started the video off on a mountain creek, caught one. I still can't believe I only caught one fish at that creek, because normally it's pretty much on fire. I'm just assuming that it's the weather. Had a lot of cold weather, then we had a few days where it got really warm, and now it's back to cold again. Then I came to the second creek, caught a few, 2 or 3, caught one off camera. But all in all, it was a great day down here on the creeks. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up and maybe think about subscribing. Thank you, and have a great day.